So I've never been to Panna before this, and definitely I wanted to visit it because of that reason. But the more compelling reason was last year my friends had come here and they reported fantastic sightings, which really motivated me. And I have no regrets, of taking this decision.
This plan to Panna was more from a common friend of Shashank's, and he highly advocated this trip because he said it's really a very enriching experience if you go with Shashank.
Yeah, like Mamta said, this was through a common friend, and afterwards his recommendation was indeed very positive, and not only that, he also mentioned that you don't need to really worry about the kind of thing. So he actually gave us, in terms of, he gave this quite some very strong recommendations saying that you should try it out. And so he said, okay, let's try this out.
Panna jungle is really very good jungle. I have moved across several jungles for safaris and for other purposes, which is banned now. This jungle is really amazing with various relatives.
The river is also making forest very beautiful.
Yeah.
And so many types of trees, birds, very, very attractive birds are there. I could see. It is beautiful. Roaming around in forest itself is an amazing experience. Very nice experience.
So, it is a dry deciduous forest and it is a mix of, various landscapes. What is most interesting is, what you kept mentioning, and of course our guide too, that it's a mix of various tiger reserves across central India. And that's something which I noticed too, because I've been to these mostly with you. So it was quite fascinating. I really enjoyed, driving on the plateau and, on the banks of the Karnavati river. It was fascinating.
We saw leopard, and then we saw samba deer, and then spotted deer, of course. We saw moose. We saw crocodiles, yes, we saw crocodiles.
Stockbill kingfisher, and after we saw a couple of flycatchers, both white and brown.
The yellow-footed green pigeon, Indian pitta, and the roller, Indian roller.
The serpent eagles, the
hawk eagle and serpent eagle. We saw quail,
Peacocks, pigeons, flycatchers, sambas, spotted deers, wild boar, jackals also we saw, leopards, so many tigers, crocodiles and vultures also we saw.
It's very difficult to differentiate really, among all the sightings of the tigers. But I think the most memorable one is the trio of brothers, the three male tigers that I witnessed, because I witnessed a male tiger in the wild after 4 long years. And to see 3 of them together, and they kept us enthralled for 4 hours with their antics. So it was brilliant.
It was close to around between 4 and 5 p.m. that we saw this trip. I think just as on cue or something that the female and the males both decided to actually go for a nice stroll, near us, pose, look at us, and afterwards with the sun shining on their faces, and afterwards the female also was very affectionate with the male, so nuzzling him, and then afterwards also sort of inviting to actually go ahead. So that, it was really nice to see that, and then afterwards, of course, the entire thing was so, it was like, while you see that as part of the operation, but then afterwards the thing was so, it looked like a very short clip of a romantic movie.
very care. As soon as we land here, they served with us soft drinks. Fantastic. It was refreshing, and then beautiful lunch, beautiful dinner. Rooms are also quite neat and tidy. Amazing. It's good.
Very comfortable stay here. Really, it is amazing. And we used to live at above 30 itself. At that time itself, they used to pack breakfast.
So this is again one of the better resorts that I've been to with you, with Wilderlust, with expeditions with Shashank. Why did I like it so much? First of all, I love the cottage that I was staying in. It's extremely comfortable. The infrastructure is very, very good, and I was of course very lucky to get a room to myself. Then of course the other parts of the hotel, the swimming pool, the souvenir shop, and everything else was delightful. They've constructed it very well in a very thoughtful manner, and the very fact that it's located right next to the Ken River is another big plus.
His network was, in terms of his network of connecting with people amongst the guides was amazing. So, because of his, he would get information, but also his experience in being there for almost like 20 years in this life. He's also seen the entire, right from the start and the relocation of the tigers into Panna. He's been actually through that entire. So his knowledge on the thing, on the animals and on the flora and fauna of the place is truly outstanding, I would say.
Added to this, while we were going from one region to another region where there is not a possibility of sighting anything, he kept us engaged with very interesting stories. And that is also very nice to know more about what happens in the forest and the background and the different people who come there, and the past of it and how tigers were reintroduced into Panna. So many stories.
The guide was amazing. His calculations, his expectations, his everything was perfect. He knows each and every moment of the tigers and all the animals. By the calling of animals, by the sound of animals, he used to guess where the tiger moves, where it will be available on the next moment. Because of that calculation only, we could sight P151 on the first day.
With so many years of experience, he knows each and every corner of this forest, and he can guess correctly where the tiger can be sighted, and he was taking to the spot at the right time. We could sight more than 12 tigers in this safari, and even leopards we could sight. So many birds, so many species of animals. He was explaining each and everything. He knows everything. Very, very good guide we had.
So, Shashank, action speaks much louder than words, as we all know. And this is my 8th almost consecutive safari with you. And I have a 9th one lined up in a couple of months with you. Why do I do this? Why do I choose you over so many other naturalists, who are available in the market today? I think there are 2 or 3 things which really act as a magnet. One is, this end-to-end customer focus. The very fact that you take responsibility for your customers end-to-end is something which delights your customers, including me, of course. The other thing is your domain expertise. Every time I listen to you answering questions of your customers, and also proactively when you state things about the forest, about the animals, the flora and fauna, I learn a lot.
Shashank is a great guy, has a lot of knowledge, and shares that knowledge, and he also has a lot of interesting stories to say. And as we are passing through the forest, he is always telling us about what are the kind of trees there is, what kind of a forest, what are the animals found here, and any question, even the stupidest question you ask, with a smile he'll give you all the answers, which I really like.
safari, guys. If you would like to in fact join us on our safari tours and expeditions, please do connect with us on the platforms mentioned below. And if you'd like to know more on India's wildlife and our protected areas, please do subscribe to our channel. Thank you for joining us. See you next time.